Grease is the word at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre from the 27th of November through to the 2nd of December. Playing Danny Zuko, is Tom Parker from The Wanted. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good.
So an interesting role, and is this your first one in theatre?
Yeah, first theatre role. It's been a bit of a learning curve, to be honest with you. It's been very different to what I've been used to before when I was in the band. But it's been cool. I feel like it's a lot more disciplined than I've been used to, which is kind of good at the age of 29 because I need that in my life.
But, I mean, you're pretty much doing a tour every night of the week, and whereas normally during a tour you get a day or two off when you're travelling somewhere.
Yeah, that's definitely been the hardest part. I think the 6 days a week, 8 shows a week has been... that's what I'm saying about the discipline. You have to be really careful about, the amount that you use your voice even afterwards or before the show. It's quite demanding. So, yeah. But I like it. I like the fact that you have to... keep yourself in good shape and, really think about your health, essentially.
When you're doing something like this, though, there's dancing, there's singing, there's also... And let's face it, The Wanted were never really a dancing boy band, were you, really,
to be fair? No, we weren't, to be honest. And I remember when I first took this job, I went into the rehearsal room for the first time and this Arlene Phillips, who was the lead choreographer on it, she said, right, we're going to do the jive today. And I was like, what? So that was a bit of an experience, but I feel like, if you put your mind to something, you can definitely achieve anything that you want. So, she's done this show what seems like forever.
Yeah, at least 2 decades.
Yeah. So, she's really, well equipped to deal with people of, all backgrounds. Mine's majority singing. So, I feel like, the whole team here have been amazing at helping me achieve so much more in my overall performance in terms of the acting and the dancing, which is good.
And when you're sliding across the stage on your knees, what are you a footballer by choice? Is that something you've prepared yourself for on the football pitch?
Yeah, it is literally. I mean, I'm a massive football fan, so when I'm sliding, I'm imagining that I just scored a goal at Wembley.
But I mean, that must be quite scary. Has that gone wrong? You've not ended up in the orchestra pit, which isn't being used because the orchestra are flying above you.
No, I've not actually. But there's been a couple of times where you kind of go on stage. We have to wear knee pads because obviously we don't want to damage our knees too much every night. So there's been a couple of times where I've completely forgot that I've had them on and I've been like, oh my God. So yeah, there's little mishaps like that happen.
But you've survived. But there's not too many costume changes for you. You get away with it.
Danny's quite black and white, which I'm quite like that in...
Well, you're wearing half your outfit anyway.
Well, I've got a tight black t-shirt and he doesn't really change that much apart from the jive scene, so that's good.
But I mean, when it comes to the hair, you've always been one for looking after your hair, clearly, but you've got a hell of a lot more of it than normal, I'm guessing, at the moment.
Well, it's pretty long at the moment, to be honest. I've never really had it this long. It's usually been I usually have it quite cropped. So, yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate enough that someone gets to do my hair for me because I did attempt it for the first week or so. I was like, oh my God, I look awful. So the hair team just jumped in and was like, listen, we'll do it for you. I was like, yes.
And these were products that were completely unknown to you, I'm guessing, to grease it down.
They were, yeah. I think Dax Wax is one of them.
Yeah. And you've not looked back since. I think as long as someone does your hair for you, you're happy.
It looks sharp every night, so that's thanks to the team. So when I look good on stage, it's the team's doing.
And was this a musical that you knew before you came to it, or was it just sort of an inkling in the back of your mind that there was something called Grease out there?
Yeah, I mean, the show, as in, I've never seen the theatre show before, but obviously the film, I don't think I've ever met anyone that's not watched the film. So, yeah, everyone knows the film, everyone knows the characters, everyone knows the storyline, so that definitely helps when you come and step into the theatre version. There's little adaptations that are a little bit different, so it's getting your head around little bits of that and the scripts and stuff. So, yeah, but other than that, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, you can cope with it all, and
yeah.
But do you want to be John Travolta in it, or are you happy being your own version?
Do you know what? I'm really happy with my own version. I feel like people come with an expectation sometimes of, I want to see a John Travolta, and I just don't think that you can be that. I don't think anyone can imitate someone, being John Travolta. He made the character so iconic, but at the same time, you don't want to be an imitator of them because you become an impersonator of someone. And I feel like I bring a little bit more of a youthful side to Danny rather than, I feel like I bring a bit more of a funnier side to him rather than, super, super cool. So, yeah.
And obviously, it's probably you were way more clean cut than Danny ever was. So that must have been quite a shock to the system, trying to sleaze it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember when I first went onto the photo shoot, I turned up with a bit of a beard, and they sent me to a barber's to have it cut on the morning of the shoot, literally a clean shaven, and they shaved in the sideburns down to me. I was like, I've got to walk around London like this. They were literally down here. I was like, can I cut these off? Or so yeah, that was a bit of a weird one. Even this being this clean shaven is pretty weird for me.
Yeah.
So I'm always used to a bit of something.
But you're coping, and you've got hair products and facial care to do, which you've never done before.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've got Starbucks, which is good.
So you're happy there. But I mean, you've been experimenting on the tour as well, because you're normally vegetarian. You tried vegan last week as well. What's going on here then? Is this a whole new side of you this is bringing out?
So basically, I've been a meat eater all my life and a dairy drinker. And I watched a documentary on Netflix called What the Health. If you've not watched it, it's pretty amazing. So I tried vegan for 3 days, and that was really tough. It's really tough when
you've still got soy milk in your
I've got soy milk.
Yeah.
So I'm trying, and I'm going to try vegetarian this week and just see how I get on. I think, being vegan when you're on tour is really, really tough. There's a few cast members that are vegan, and it's easier when you're at home because you can cook and you can create stuff on your own. But when you go to Marks and Spencer's, all you've got is roasted veg sandwich. You're like, oh God, no, I can't stomach one of them.
Is this a whole sort of new direction in the way you're working out your life? Because obviously with the Wanted on hiatus at the moment, you're doing some of your own writing as well, I think, at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a producer by day, so I mean, I love being in the studio. I've got a studio at home, so it's a kind of good and bad at the same time, because I love being in the studio, but I love being on stage. So I kind of lug my studio around as much as I can do, and like do as much as I can on the road. So I'm just working on a new dance project at the moment, which will hopefully get a bit of traction throughout the back end of this year. So but it's going to be anonymous, so no one's going to know.
Okay, so some random dance project turns up, we'll blame you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's probably the guy from The Wanted.
Yeah, fingers crossed it'll be a good one. And talking to The Wanted as well, obviously you're getting a lot of Wanted fans come along to see the gigs.
Yeah.
Are they slightly disappointed you don't sing about Rihanna during any of this?
Yeah, I think, do you know what? I think it's a weird experience. And my girlfriend, my fiance, she can't really watch me in it because she just knows me as me.
That's just you're snogging Sandy and Rizzo. And
there's that. I think when someone knows you so well, it's really hard for them to imagine them doing something else. Like she's never known me as an actor before. Like it's just she's always known me from Tom from The Wanted.
Yeah.
And just me being me. So it's really hard. And I think with the fans, I think they're used to being at a concert, it being crazy and crazy loud, and then they come to the theatre and it's just almost silent. I mean, luckily Greece is a bit lively, and the crowd are interacting a bit more than a usual.
Particularly at the end of the show, because you must enjoy that in particular.
I love the end of the show. That's one thing that I've really, really struggled to adapt to is the audience interaction, the participation. Because I used to love being interactive with a crowd when I was in the band and, playing to an audience. But this is you've got to imagine there's just a screen there and they can't see it. It was a real... It was a real learning curve for me, a real test to try and block that out. So, yeah.
Well, if you want to see this man being Danny in Greece, all you need to do is get along to the Grand Theatre from the 27th of November through to the 2nd of December. 01902 429212 is the box office number. grandtheatre.co.uk is the website. But Tom Parker, a.k.a. Tom Parker of The Wanted, thank you for joining us.
Nice one, pleasure.